right, Jones?
Yes.
My math is right?
Yep.
I want to welcome you to Healthy Living with Marilyn. I'm so glad that you are with us this evening. Josie's here. Thank you for coming here, Josie.
Awesome. Glad to be here.
Josie, it's our favorite night of the weekend at Joe's.
It is. It is.
It's like having a date with Josie.
Yes.
A date with Josie. I mean, that'd be a great book, don't you think? A date with Josie.
Oh,
hey,
I like that.
That would be
I
good,
like
wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And tonight we have two guests. They are a married couple. Angela Lawrence and her husband Owen, who own All Nurses Care, Inc. in Mechanicsville, Virginia. So I want to welcome you both to Healthy Living with Marilyn.
Thank you for having us, Marilyn.
You are very welcome. I'm so glad that you guys could come up. I know it was a little bit of a trip, but if you all are familiar with the area that we live in Richmond, Virginia, you can get about anywhere in about 30 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So it makes it, it makes it a whole lot easier rather than living in some other place. And there's not a whole lot of traffic if you know where to go and what time to go.
That's right.
So, yeah. So, welcome. And tonight we are going to talk about solutions for home health care. It is so important that if you get sick or if you're caring for an elderly person or if you're caring for a young person that's ill to take advantage of health care, because I know for a fact, Josie knows for a fact, you can't do it all yourself. You just can't.
No, and caregivers are under so much stress trying to take care of others that often they neglect themselves. So, you know, when you got the opportunity to have assistance from great people, great services, then take time and check it out.
Yes, and they are available. The thing is, you just can't call them up that day and say, I need home health care today. You have to go through a process, right, Angela? What kind of process do you all go what process do you go to get people to help them?
First, what we do when we have someone that call for home care, we generally gather information, such as the city, and after we finished gathering all the information, we check to see if they are qualified for us to even render services to them. And after that, we got a nurse. If they are qualified, we get a nurse, and our nurse will go out and do an assessment. And after the assessment, then they determine what exactly that person may need, he or she may need, and then after that, we send a caregiver out to that home. So it's a process, like you said, Marilyn.
So do some of your caregivers work like Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Do the people who are asking for the care, do you set up a schedule with them? Because sometimes it's not. I know when my mom had home health care several years ago, she had it like Monday morning and Wednesday morning, and they helped her with. Now they didn't have a nurse come in and help. They had a certified nursing assistant. So all she could do would be to help with helping her with the dishes or fixing
daily
lunch
activity,
or maybe helping her get dressed or help clean her house or something like that. She didn't have the nurse come in and help her. So do you have that where you have nurses and then you have, I guess, CNAs?
CNAs. Our nurses are the one that usually create the care plans. The CNAs are the one that actually work with the client. They are the one that assists with some of the things that you just talked about, such as the bathing and the grooming and assisting with meal preparation and so on. For the caregiver, for the process with the nursing assistants, when you said that you had asked the questions before about how often can you receive care, generally it's based on how often do you feel like you need the care, or how often do you think mom or grandma or yourself need the care. It could be 1 day a week, it could be 2, it could be 7 days a week. It could be from 1 hour per day to 24 hours per day.
Now do you offer around the clock care too?
Yes.
Okay. Now Owen, you're a nurse, right?
Yeah, but let me say this. Your first question was yes, if you call us tonight and you need care, yes, we could start care tonight. So that's all.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We could do that.
So you have a way to do that if somebody would, because I remember when my mom got the care. Now this is in another state too, and I'm sure they have different rules in different states. But she had to go through a question answer thing. They had to come over to the house. It took several days. So that's good to know that all nurses home care, if you needed care right away, you could get care right away, which is really, really good. Like if somebody fell and they needed care, I never thought of getting care when I fell and did my rotator cuff and tore my, you know, my tricep because my husband was here to help me out.
Right.
But if
he wasn't, or if he was unable,
yeah, and he was unable, that would have been something that I would have needed to have because there were some things that I just couldn't do. Yeah. You know, and
because we just finished a process with my mother-in-law to get all the paperwork on the city end to make sure she had approval. So now that we've gotten that, the next step is, and I've got your information, because now we've got to find someone who actually can come. And she's thinking she doesn't want anybody, she doesn't need anybody. So, you know, sometimes you have an elder who does not want the help. And so you have to let them know that, you know, it's not demeaning them or making them feel that they're incapable. It's for their help and to, you know, to utilize services that are available.
But the other thing is, if you are a caregiver, sometimes you need the help because you need to take care of yourself.
That's right.
It is so important. I've been a caregiver before. It is so important to make sure that you take care of yourself. It's vitally important because you can't function from an empty vessel.
Nope, got to pour in to have something to pour out.
That's right, that's right. So you have to be mindful of that. If you're tired, take a break. Get somebody else in there to help you. If you don't have home care yet, it's time for you to think about getting home care if you need it for somebody. It's very important. So, Owen, you're a nurse, right?
Yes.
So, when you people started this, did you go out to people's homes and take care of them before you got a staff?
Well, before, you know, I get involved in the business, I used to work in hospital, nursing home. I used to do home care. So I have an idea of home care. So when somebody needs care, what kind of care they need, I have an idea of what they need.
So, how big is your staff?
We have at least 200 staff.
Wow.
200, if not more. But not all of them are working at this moment. We have quite a few caregivers, but they're not, literally, everybody's not working. So we have more, you know, staff, but they're not all working.
Right.
Some are part-time, some are full-time, some, you know, so it all depends. Some are just, you know,
but it's good to have the accessibility of having people so that when your caseload increases or maybe there's a different kind of request, you know what skills people bring to the table.
And to answer, because to answer the question you asked, Owen, we didn't have to go out to work in the field with the as the caregiver because we have the staff. But if there is a staff that called out and it's last minute and we're trying to get somebody there, I don't mind going out there and sitting until somebody gets there or one of us from the office. But as far as being there literally to work all the shift, we always have caregiver that can do that. But we can stay there until that caregiver gets there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So what type of programs do you offer? What do you do to help the person that needs the care?
Well, it depends on what kind of. First of all, everybody, every client
is different.
So depends on the kind of care that the clients need. Okay, so for instance, if somebody has you know, say a broken, you know, leg, you know, leg, you know, and maybe two legs are broken, you know, they won't need the same type of care that somebody who with says
like grandma, grandpa.
With a heart problem needs in terms of dieting. So so it will be more easier, you know, to actually help that person than helping the other person with a heart problem.
Now, Do your CNAs, do they administer meds?
No,
they're not able to.
no, we don't.
Okay.
We don't understand.
So it's up to the person or the client or somebody from their family to
Yes.
come in and administer
yes,
the meds.
we don't do no meds. Yes.
Okay, okay. The one that
That's a
my
good question,
mom,
though.
that is a good
Because
question.
I'm thinking, like, for instance, with my mother-in-law, you know, when we put the pills out for her in the daytime and my sister-in-law is not at home, what you would be able to do would be to remind her about the time that she's to take them, not necessarily give them to her.
Yeah.
No, we
Right.
don't give them to
Okay.
them.
So you remind them that
Yes,
you
yes,
have
hey,
to take
yes,
this
hey.
at 12 o'clock?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you help with bathing and you help dress. They help
Medical
dress
appointments
them.
and so on.
Do they take them to an appointment?
Yes, they assist them,
They do that too. If they had a doctor's appointment at Dr. Jones, do they use their car?
They use the client's car.
The client's car. Okay, so they would drive the client in their car,
or
are
ride
you-
with the client in their van.
Okay.
What if the client
Sometimes
doesn't
when-
have a car?
Then sometimes
Like my
if the
mother-in-law
client
doesn't
doesn't have a
drive.
car, then they have like a caravan or
Okay.
sometimes their transportation, they're able to ride along with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Logistic Care and a couple places that offer the care
Okay.
plan.
And I see it says you also offer cognitive impairment.
Yeah.
So do you help with people who are suffering a little bit from dementia or Alzheimer's, or how do you help with that?
Well, the clients with the cognitive impairments, they need more supervision.
Supervision.
Yes, that's what those clients need.
Okay, so that's what that's for.
Yes, that's what. Yes.
I remember when occasionally my husband's father would come down and stay with us so his brother could get a break.
Yes.
And one day when we lived in the country, my father-in-law had dementia, and he was living in the past. He was like living in the 60s. I think I find that there's different types of dementia.
Yes.
And he was living in the 60s, and he came into what I called my bead room, because I made jewelry and beaded a lot. And he was looking around. And I said, "What are you looking for?" And he said, "I'm looking for my," he was looking for his papers and his file cabinet.
Oh.
And I felt so bad, and I said to my husband, I said, "So what decade are we in?" This is probably 1960 something,
Oh, wow.
you know? And I have found, and I've done a lot of research on it, there are different types of dementia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
short-term.
Yeah.
My dad had short-term dementia. When you would ask him to do something, and he would forget. Ask him what happened in 1950, he'd remember right away. So there are different types of dementia, and I guess when you're taking care of those people, do you find that there's different types of dementia that people have?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you work with children?
Yes, we
At
work
all?
with children as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we work-
So what do you find to be the greatest need of your client base for working with children?
Well, we don't get a lot of children, but for the ones that we do have are the one that most likely ADHD. They have different things going on with them that they're diagnosed with. They just need personal care. They are needing someone to come in and sit with them and help them with assist them with bathing, just like a normal person would need extra help in the home.
Yeah, let me add this. Well, mostly children, the parents get burned out easily.
They do. They do, because
So,
it's only them.
Yes, that's where
Yeah.
it comes in. So the parents, I want to break. You know, I mean, I'm sitting with my son, my daughter all week long. Can somebody come in and help us? You know, that's where it comes in.
That's
Because-
even to go to the grocery store
Yes,
or
parents in the break.
go to the library
Yes,
and
with
just
them.
be quiet.
Yes, yes.
Or even just to have that moment alone at the
Yes.
house and to be there
Right.
present,
Yes.
but
To
not
hide
have to
in-
be,
Yes.
To hide in their own bedroom.
yeah.
Seriously.
So that's the most complaint when they're with the kids.
Yeah.
Parents just need a break.
And do you provide respite service for other
Yes.
caregivers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And respite service is additional hours. You get like 8 hours a day, and the family members maybe running late to come home from. They say, hey, can the aide stay a couple hours over? And there's respite hours available per the insurance that it has
Yes,
to compensate
And what kind of
for that.
insurance do you carry? What type of insurance do you accept?
We accept long-term care, private pay, and Medicaid.
Medicaid, not Medicare.
No, Medicare, not
Medicare doesn't pay for.
But Medicare is a skilled care
Yeah.
for skill, but Medicaid.
Medicare is for skilled care.
Medicare, yes.
So
like physical therapy and so on.
okay, so okay, friends, I'm going to tell you now. I am going to be eligible for Medicare on January 1st, 2018. I will be 65.
You got your card?
Yes, I got my card. And I had my little 2-minute pity party. I was going to have a 7-minute pity party. It's like, that's too long. So I had a 2-minute pity party. And I was going up and down the hallway. I can't believe that I'm going to be 65. They have been reminding me since February.
Oh, I know. My husband, I've been getting his stuff, and I mean, he's now 65, so, you know, we've been getting the calls, and they're still calling about stuff, and I'm like, we're done, everything's taken care of, you know, but the process is very detailed. And
I didn't get any calls.
I had to understand about Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, and I'm like, why isn't it just one thing? But everything does something different.
Well, I'll tell you, I just got pamphlets in the mail, and today I got the big Medicare 2018 volume of whatever it is for all the information in there, and it's in my file right now because I don't have time to read it. But anyhow, yes, so if I needed skilled care, like an RN or an LPN, Medicare would pay for that.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So, not that I need it, I don't, but and my suggestion for everybody, you need to live for right now. Don't think about the past. It's done. It's over with. There's nothing you can do about the past, nothing you can do about your history. It's done. Get over it. Don't think about the future because you can prepare for the future, but it's not promised.
That's true.
Look at those people, unfortunately, up in New York City who were riding and minding their own business, and somebody plowed into them and they're gone. So you can't depend on the future. You've got to live for right now, right this moment. And I think that's why Josie and I love to do this show live because we are living right in this moment. And it is so important to live in the present.
Absolutely.
So important.
So one of the questions that I had is, do you work at all with the regulatory agencies like the city in helping clients get those approvals? Because oftentimes you might get a call first and people have not gone through the process to be approved. Do you then give them the information about where they need to go and what they need to do?
Yes, we do that.
That's good.
We give them the information for that. Whatever city they're currently residing in, that's where they would call to gather the information. Then they would speak to the health department, and they'll tell them that they need a nurse from the health department. And
Now, do you also give them the phone number for that particular health department?
Yes, we can also Google that for them and give them.
That's really good because it's so important when you're under stress, and you might need to call somebody else.
It took us months to finally get my mother-in-law's things,
Did it?
And the first time everything was submitted, they said, this isn't right, this isn't enough information. And they don't keep the information you send them the first time. You have to do it all over again from scratch, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is.
You know, because you would think that they would say, well, you're just missing this one piece. We'll hold your paperwork until you get that piece.
Oh my
but we had to do it all over again for the city. So.
Wow.
It's difficult.
And every jurisdiction is different. Because, because I worked for the Commissioner for Social Services, so I had to deal with the different jurisdictions.
And every state is different. So you've got to check your state, wherever you live, your country, wherever you are, because we are global, to see what you might need to get the information to get the help that you need.
Let me say this. Even though you're 65 as female for Medicare, that doesn't mean you'll get it, because there's a qualification process you're going to go through.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if yes, a lot of people, oh yes, I'm 65, I'm 75, and I'm got Medicaid, but there's a qualification process. And maybe a lot of people don't realize they don't qualify, even though you may say, "But I work, I pay Medicaid in the system for many years, so why?" But there's a qualification process.
Right.
You got to go through.
Yeah, because the mother's in
And
her
everybody-
80s, and so it was like getting that paperwork. They had to verify who lived in the home, income, what are the
Yes.
resources.
Yes. So,
all
yes.
of that was,
Yes.
all of those
Yes.
were really key.
Yes, and also through the qualification process, that determine how many hours, basically how many in dollars amount, how many you're going to get, service you're going to get. Because and some people, even though they qualify, they still got to pay. It's called a patient pay. You got to pay something back.
Right.
So that's part of this how the system works.
I think when my mom had the care, it was through a franchise, and I think the franchise was individually owned, but I think she had to pay out of pocket at the time, and I can't remember how much it was, but.
Did you have people who have to fully pay out of pocket?
Well, those people who pay out of pocket, probably they'll be determined as private pay.
Yeah.
That's private
okay.
pay.
Yes. So once you're on Medicaid, you can't be charged for services.
Right.
But Medicaid do charge a patient pay.
Yeah.
Or and go to the doctor's office. It's called a copay. I don't know much about
Right.
the copay, but I do know about the patient pay, where some of the client contribute back monthly.
Right. A copay is when you go to the doctor and you give them $20.
Yes.
Or it used to be 20. I don't know what it
Yes.
is now.
Yeah,
It varies
It
by your
varies.
insurance.
Well-
Yeah, and it varies by what doctor you go see. If you go see a specialist, it can be a $50 copay,
Yes.
which is expensive.
Yep.
And so it's very important for everybody, for you out there, all my viewers, all Josie and my viewers, to make sure you are taking care of yourself.
That's exactly. And so what are some of the ways that they can take care of themselves, like
Let me see, what are the ways?
Lisa Healthy?
Like Lisa Healthy, yes.
Like getting
you're
good
right.
sleep.
Right, Lisa, that was a good segue. That was really good. I didn't quite get it, but that was really good, Jess.
Just keep feeding it to you.
Yeah, I know. Just keep it. Lisa Healthy is one of my colleagues, Lisa Hazelgrove, and she is an adjunct professor at the U of R. She teaches sleep. And we've been talking about this week how important sleep is, because this past weekend when I was in New York, I got 10 hours sleep in 48 hours. That does not work. So I've been sort
You're
of
in the
dragging
city
this
that
week.
never sleeps.
I know. I was in the, they never roll their sidewalks up.
Yeah.
So she teaches sleep at the U of R, but she also does the emotion code. And the emotion code book was written by a man called Dr. Bradley Nelson. And Lisa's been doing the emotion code for about 2 years. I've had her help me, and it's been very, very helpful. So if you if you want to move forward, because sometimes we can't get to the next level of success because there's something in our past that we can't block, it's blocked, and we just can't move forward. So if you have something like that, give Lisa a call. I've had to go through a lot of things when I was a little girl and my past and stuff, because I realized there were things that were in my past, and you will find that they're in your past, and they might not come up until you start talking to somebody. And you find that when you can release that emotion, you can move on. You can move on to more success. You can move on to bigger and better things because you don't have that emotion, that negative emotion that's blocking you. And a lot of times you don't know what that negative emotion is until it's brought to the forefront. So you can call Lisa at 804-539-3251, or you can email her at lisa@lisahealthy.com, and check her website out, lisahealthy.com. She just wrote a great blog that I've been talking about the past couple weeks called Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. So it's really important to make sure you get your sleep, and if you really want to move forward on a project and you're just stuck, get yourself unstuck by calling Lisa.
Absolutely.
At I'll give you the phone number again. It's 804-539-3251, and get in touch with Lisa.
You got a couple of projects going on too, Marilyn.
Yes, I do.
The book?
I'm working on a book called Nurturing the Caregiver's Soul, about taking care of yourself. That's hopefully going to be done soon. I'm also working on a book called Be Amazing, because my goal every day, I post a Be Amazing post every day. I've been doing it for almost 3 months, maybe more than that. I want everybody, my goal is to motivate people. I had lunch with a gal today and I said, how may I help you? She says, Marilyn, can you please motivate me? Can you please, she was a young gal, can you please, okay, great, I will motivate you. And
see, that's your thing, to motivate. Mine is to inspire.
Yeah, well, see, mine is to motivate.
But you got to know what your gift is.
Right, and my gift is to help people to be amazing, because I think that is so utterly important. You can be amazing, and you're thinking, really, I can do that, Marilyn? Yes, you can. And there are ways to find out. If you want to talk to me about it, give me a call at 804-350-0034, and, which I keep forgetting to talk about, is
the book.
my book. I am a contributing editor in an anthology called Yes You Can, Go for Achieving Your Dreams. It's short stories about others who have done it. And I've done it. I'm still doing it. I'm still a work in progress. I am still a work in progress.
As long as we're here.
So if you would like a copy of this book, get in touch with me. I will autograph it. It's $19.99. It's $20. But there's a lot of inspiring stories in there from other people who have done it. So it's a very motivating book. It's a great book. The chapter that I wrote is There Is No Box, because there is no box. And one more thing while we're on
about the
doing
weekend.
this. Oh.
The weekend.
This past weekend?
No, the weekend coming up.
Oh, this weekend, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope Katie is watching this. Katie Zackerly and I are doing a program, an event on Sunday from 2 to 4. It's our launch party, and we're going to be talking about taking care of yourself in a healthy way, and learning to keep your environment healthy, your body healthy, your mind and your spirit healthy. It is from 2 to 4. It is at her house, which is 1148 Joliet Road in Richmond. The zip is 23235. So, Katie, I hope you're watching this. I am inviting people to your house on Sunday from 2 to 4. So if you want to go, give Katie a call at 540-522-9356, or give me a call at 804-350-0034, or text us. You know, we do text too. My daughter, about 8 years ago, said, Mom, you have to learn how to text. So I did. Texting is pretty cool. Oh, it is. It is. But Michael, I wanted you to, if you can zero in on this pamphlet, and you can call them 24/7, because that's what it says on the back of the pamphlet.
Except during this hour.
Except during this hour, yeah. You got to leave a message right now, because they have their phones off right now. Did you get this, Michael? Cool. So this is their pamphlet, their personal care services for you and your loved one. And I feel it's wonderful. I'm going to come down and see your office too. Because they just moved to a new office. Tell us where your office is.
We are located in the Bell Creek Shopping Center. Find that right across from the Walmart. In the, I think it's the
Hanover Square.
Hanover Square, yeah.
It's Hanover what?
Hanover Square.
Hanover Square.
Shopping Center on Bell Creek Road.
Yeah, and if you're going up Bell Creek from 360, it's on the left.
It's on the right.
It's on the right?
Yes.
It's on the right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, on the right.
I got lost when I wanted to meet you anyhow.
Yeah, it's on the right.
You were close.
I was close. I was close. And what is the address?
7362 Bell Creek Road, Mechanicsville, Virginia, 23111.
Okay, and how can they get in touch with you? What's your email?
Email is info@allnursescareinc.com.
Yeah, and their phone number is 804-559-0322. So if you want to get in touch with them, That's the way to get in touch with them.
And the website.
Oh yeah, your
They have a beautiful
website.
website.
Yeah, they do have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
website. What's your website?
www.allnursescareinc.com.
Yeah, so take a look at their website. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
allnursescareinc.com. I was going to say.
That's okay. That's fine.
And even if it's not you that needs the care or your family, think about those that you're around, because a lot of times we see others in need.
Yes.
And we know we may not be the ones to help them, but you can refer, because there are so many families that need caregivers, that need assistance, and the caregiver does not always know that they are overwhelming themselves. You
That's
know,
true.
I
and
was
they
in
can
that
be
position.
stressed,
I
and they
was.
can not be giving the best care
That is so
because
true.
they aren't in the best position to do that. And even I have friends who will say, "Oh, I don't want anybody to take care of my mom but me."
Yeah.
But you know, you can be there while the caregiver is there,
Yes.
and still have that hands on,
Yeah.
and not feel that you're so overwhelmed.
Yes.
Right. Because I think that's important to make sure that if you are the caregiver, you really need to take care of yourselves. I can't stress that enough. When I was taking care of my dad, I was working many hours, and there was a time when I didn't know which was up and which was down. And
Oh, I know.
You've got, don't be the martyr. Get some help. Even
tried
if you
that.
have, I've tried that. Even if you have friends that you know that they're struggling, and they're taking care of mom and dad, or they're taking care of their kids, it's so important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself.
That's right.
So get some help. It's not going to make you weak. It's going to make you stronger, because as one of my colleagues, Doug Barron, says, vulnerability makes you strong. It makes you strong, and people respect you when you say, "Look, I really need some help, big time. I can't do
And
it."
it's very empowering when you feel that you can release the stress and to give it to someone who's qualified.
Right.
You know, you can be empowered by asking for the help, and sometimes people don't want to ask for help.
That's true.
You know, but if you can ask for help and know that there is qualified help there, then you feel good about what you're doing for your loved one.
That's true.
So what solutions do you have for people who are asking for help?
Sometimes I was going to point out the fact that sometimes they don't have the funds to
Right.
to be able to, and they don't have like the long-term care insurance, and they not qualify for Medicaid. So there are places that literally pay for the care. There are resources out there, so they can give us a call, and we can point them into that directions of some of the places that assist with the
And then
paying
they can
for it.
call you back after they get the resources?
We'll point them
Ah.
in directions.
That's
yes.
good to know. That's really good to know. Yeah. What hours is your office open, or is it open?
No, we're not.
You're not open.
No.
You're not there
We're open 8
24/7.
to
No.
5.
No, we're not
We
there.
can call you 24/7.
Yeah.
Your hours at your office are 8 to 5,
Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
Yes.
But you can get in touch with them
24/7.
24/7. So their phone number. Does this phone number go to your cell phone then? Is it patched to
It
your
goes.
On-call.
It's an on-call cell phone.
It's an on-call cell phone. So if you need help, you can always call this number, which is 804-559-0322 to get some help.
Yes.
So, Angeline, what made you decide to start this business?
Well, both of us are in the medical field, and we enjoy working with, with the elderly. So we put together and said we wanted to do something back for the community, because we both are not from here. We both were born in Jamaica, so we wanted to give back to our community as well. So one of the things that we see that we like to do is helping. So that's when we decided to open up All Nurses Care.
And you said it's been 13 years?
No, 10 years.
10 years.
It's been 10
10
years.
years.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yes. And we are, I was going to say we are, we have some contracts here in Richmond as well, and we are all credited A+ on Better Business Bureau as well. So, and there's quite a few things that we are doing that, help us, and we are out there. So we're doing a good job.
Well, how far will you
I was
go to
just gonna
provide
ask
services?
that.
A
Yeah,
50
we're on the
what
same
is your-
page.
yeah, I
50
know.
mile radius. We cover 50
50-mile radius.
50 mile
50 miles
radius?
from
Yes.
Mechanicsville.
So do you cover like Ashland?
Yes.
Would you cover here?
Yes, we have client in here right now as we speak in Ashland.
Okay. So you wouldn't cover, I'm trying to think.
Tappahannock or
Williamsburg. We do.
You cover Williamsburg? Really?
We cover, yes.
Once
we cover Powhatan as well.
Once we could get a caregiver in that
in that area.
Yeah, then we will gladly help.
Okay, so you have caregivers in other areas,
Yes.
not just in mechanics.
No, caregiver.
You have them all over.
Richmond is surrounded, so we have people that they constantly apply for jobs, and as they do, if something comes up in that area that the caregiver lives in, or he or she lives in, then we definitely.
Now you also teach a class there for CNAs, don't you?
Not CNAs, not CNAs.
PCAs.
But PCA.
Personal care.
Personal care.
Personal
That's a
care aid.
PCA?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a little bit underneath the CNAs.
Okay.
Same thing. The only thing they're not able to do, like vital signs and so on. But they're able to do exact same thing, bathing and grooming and so on. The only thing that sets the CNA apart from the PCA is because they can do vital signs.
Okay, so a CNA can do vital signs, which means, friends, they can check your heart, they can check your blood pressure, they can check your pulse, they can check, I guess, oxygen, they can check your breathing.
Well, not really, just your vital, as far as your pulse and
your pulse and they can do blood pressure.
Yes,
and they can check your heart.
And they can
with the stethoscope.
Yeah,
No, I would think the CNA should monitor your heart with
when they're doing the blood pressure, they
probably
can
do
the
pulse. Yes,
the pulse.
probably pulse.
Yeah, monitor the urine intake and output and so on. So some of them things
Okay,
that
because some
Documents,
people
stuff
do
like that.
need to be monitored with their input and outtake.
Yes.
or the doctor give them a special, so
Right.
that's what set them apart from the PCA.
What do you look for when you're hiring?
Well,
What type of people, not just qualification, but what type of personalities are you looking for?
Happy people, I'm sure.
Sometimes it's not all about the happy faces, because when they walk in, we have a comprehension test. And the test is going to determine if that person, he or she's qualified to even move forward with the application. So once they're able to pass the test, and that's when, because we have people that fail it, that we, not able to.
They're not able to move forward.
So it tells us their personality. It tells us if they have the background and if they know what they're doing. So that right there determines it.
And also, we do a background check.
I hope you do a background check.
It's through the Virginia State Police background check, and so that's one of
that's really important.
Yes, important. Also.
I think a lot of places are doing background checks now. And
It's so important because you hear a lot about elder abuse.
Right.
And and that is always concerning when you have people coming into homes to be with the elders. They can seem to be really great on the surface, and then you uncover some hidden behaviors and agendas that they have. So you don't want to find yourself in situations where
because that reflects on you all and your company.
Yes, and you as the caregiver, you want to know the agency sending in reputable aid in your home.
Right.
It's your home. You got valuables. You got that's where you live. You don't want to send somebody in there who's not is not trustworthy. So that's where we comes in. So we're going to make sure we do have a strong vetted process, making sure the aid we send into your home, they're qualified to be in your home.
Now, do you have male and female caregivers?
Yes.
Okay. What's the ratio? Or I'm guessing there's more female.
More female
than
male.
The female is this way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And what age are they allowed to start working for you?
We accept them at the age of 18.
18.
Yes.
Okay. What if they come in with a certified nurse's assistant certificate? I guess they get a certificate when they take that class. They go through the same process that anybody would come, like John Doe would come in, right? Okay. I was just asking those questions because I think it's important for people to know what's going on and about your company, because I think your company is great, and the fact that you can call and get help right away. A lot of places I've known near where my mom lives, you can't do that. It does not happen. You have to go through a whole process. have people come to your house and interview and check what's going on with you.
And I want to point it out too, when we say we can help you right away, it's all depending on your insurance.
Right.
So if you're going to pay out of pocket or your insurance is going to cover that, then we can start right away. But if it's Medicaid, we have to wait for the process because we cannot send a caregiver until the RN goes out and do the assessment.
Right.
But if the family willing to pay out of
until
pocket
the rest
until
of
the
it-
rest of then we can staff right away. We can get an RN out there and get a caregiver out there.
So that's like bridging it until
But-
you can
yeah.
get something.
But in both cases, in Medicaid or private pay, we do make sure the RN goes out first
Right.
to do the evaluation
To do
on
the
the
evaluation
patient.
and assessment.
Because that's where we're gonna know what kind of care,
The care
what
plan.
kind of your care plan is. So without the RN, we cannot send nobody until the RN goes out there.
Yeah.
Both ways, Medicaid or private pay.
Yes.
How many RNs do you have?
Right now
We
we
got
have
quite a
three.
few.
Yeah.
Do you?
Three.
Yeah,
and quite more coming on board. Like they're not full time or so, but we have three that
Right.
we can claim and say.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. And how many people do you have in your office staff?
I would say it's about 3 or 4.
Three or
right now.
four?
Including ourselves, 5, because we do all the work. So don't just for the work, after you may
It
think.
is work.
We,
When
we
you
do
have
work.
your own business,
Yeah, we work.
Josie and I know,
Yes.
and you all know,
Yeah, we work.
it is a
Yes.
lot of work.
We've been leaving sometime at night, 9, 10 o'clock,
But when you love what you
11
do,
o'clock.
it doesn't even
It's
feel
not-
like work.
No,
That's
it doesn't.
true. I was just talking about that today.
Well, to me, it feels like work.
Well, it feels like work, but it's work that you would do over and over again
Yeah.
because your
Yeah.
passion
Right.
is
Yeah,
there.
your passion.
Yes,
You're
yes,
passionate
yes.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yes, yes.
You know.
At the end of the day, you know you worked
Yeah.
Yes.
because you feel it.
Right, right. Josie, what's going on with you? Speaking of feeling it.
So this weekend is my Soul Purpose Party with a Purpose. Every first
On-
Sunday we have a party with a purpose.
That's right, at 3:30 in the
at 3:30
afternoon.
p.m. at Artwork Studio, which is 320 Hall Street, and we're focused on gratitude. So we have a speaker who is her name is Dr. Deirdre Whittle. She's a licensed psychologist and a life coach and a professor. And
A professor of what?
she teaches psychology at, I think she teaches psychology at J. Sarge, but she
Okay.
teaches in her profession. I won't say exactly what she teaches because but I know she just started teaching as well. But she has something that she does which is called Think Thoughts something. But anyway, Thank Thoughts.
Oh,
And so after that, after presentation, which is on being thankful, we're going to do a vision board on gratitude. So I've asked people to bring either a journal or poster board, crayons, and so we're going to do some things on gratitude because this is a month of Thanksgiving. So
Right.
we want to think about what we're grateful for
Right.
and to give gratitude in advance as opposed to being thankful after the fact. And then I'm traveling. I'm going for Damsel, my second business. I'm going to Hampton on Saturday to Langley Air Force Base to
I remember you
present
said
Damsel.
that.
And then next week I'll be in West Point, Virginia for the Animal Humane Society's Day with Damsel.
with Damsel.
Damsel is hot.
Damsel
Hot.
is working. Now, are
People wanna be
these
safe.
going to is it the SPCA?
It's a community event, and it's actually a holiday shopping event, but it's some of the proceeds, it's a fundraiser for their Humane Society.
Okay, their
so they're going to
Humane
have
Society.
groomers for grooming the dogs. They're going to have Santa activities, and I'm just setting up as a vendor.
Great.
So on the road.
On the road. She's always on the road.
I
I
love
can't
it.
keep up with her.
I love it. I love what I do. I
That's
pamper
right.
with Soul Purpose and Longevity, and I protect with Damsel in Defense.
That's right. She pampers and protects. So if you need pampering we all need pampering,
Yeah,
We do.
you know? But if you need protection, and we all need protection, how can they get in touch with you, Joes?
They can call me at 804-334-1944. They can visit the number 2, defendher.com to learn about Damsel. Or they can visit josiehopkins.soulpurpose.net or josiehopkins.longevity.com. But just call me, 804-334-1944, or email me at josiehopkins@gmail.com.
And how-
it's JOSI.
And how is your radio show going?
Oh, yeah. So,
See? We work together, guys. We work together.
Josie's Inspiration is my radio show, and I am on Finding My Way Radio, which is it's on Blog Talk, but Finding My Way Network is a radio show that is on Blog Talk. I'm there every other Thursday, so at 10 a.m. next Thursday I'll be on. And I do topics of inspiration. It's a Christian broadcast channel. My goal is always to inspire people to find the success that they want.
She inspires, I motivate.
That's right.
That's why we make such a good team.
That's right.
Yeah, it's so important to stay motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Really important. Do you have a program where you motivate your employees?
We do.
You do?
We really talk to them. We offer incentive for them. We also offer, just things to kind of keep them upbeat, because sometimes they're down and, because they have to deal with their family and as well as work as well. So
yeah, it's just not dealing with the client.
Yeah.
It's dealing when they take on a client, they take on the whole family.
That's true. That's true.
You have to. It's like when you marry somebody, you marry the whole family. You just don't marry the person.
That's true.
Am I right?
That's true.
So when they take on a
If you have a
client,
good marriage.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed, and you are
Yeah, I am
blessed,
too.
and you are blessed.
Thank you.
So when you take on, they take on a client, they're taking on everybody
Yeah,
around.
the stressors, yeah.
The stressors and
Yes.
the different personalities.
Oh, yeah.
And so do you have like a program, or do you just talk to them individually?
We just talk to them individually and try to, if they're having a bad day or something going on, we get to find out and see what we can do to help them.
Yeah, because basically they have to leave their problems at the door when they go into somebody else's house.
Yes.
They should.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
They should.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know this, but some of those caregivers, they leave the home, and they got loved ones at home who need care also, but because of financial reason, they gotta be out there, helping. So that's something we're gonna look into, as a community, to say, how can we further assist this caregiver when they in turn have somebody home you care, but because of whatever reason they can't be home with their family.
You can't be in two places. You can't be what I call myself the Gumby mom. One of my kids wants me here, one of my kids wants me. I can't be the Gumby mom, and you can't be a Gumby caregiver.
You're only one person.
You're only one person.
You're one person. You
if
can't
people
divide
don't-
yourself up.
That's right. And if people don't know about Gumby, he's a little green guy that's stretched. Okay.
That's our generation.
That's our generation. That is. Owen probably saying, "What is talking about
Gumby?
Did you know about Gumby?
Well, I mean, maybe think it's a more, I don't know about Gumby.
Okay. Well, he's a green character about this.
Yeah,
color.
it was a kid's toy
It was
that's very flexible and pliable, that you can pull him in different directions, and he stretches. But we don't stretch like that.
We don't stretch, but
Oh.
people try to stretch us.
True.
They try to stretch us. So
Yeah, but no is a powerful word.
that's right. No is more than a powerful word,
It's
Josie.
a sentence.
It is a complete sentence. You all got to learn to say no. It is a complete sentence. I used to look at my kids when I'd say no, and they go, "Huh? What part of no don't you understand?
Yeah.
What part of no don't you understand?" It's no. It's a complete sentence. And sometimes you have to say, if you've got brothers and sisters, relatives or what, you have to say, I need help. And don't hesitate to ask help if you have a family that is a support system, but they're not aware that you need help. And I came across that myself. So you need to ask for help. Ask for help. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Talk to the people who you've employed, like if you call Angela or Owen. I know for a fact that if you are having a difficult situation, you're struggling, we're all struggling every so often. We all are. It's part of life. We don't all live in a bed of roses.
That's
true. Life is not a bed of roses. There's some thorns out there. You know, it's not all. I used to tell my mom.
And it's getting much more difficult because there's all of the technology and everything that's overwhelming people's minds.
And it's there's too many choices out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too many choices. So get off your electronic equipment for a little bit. Do for yourself. Call Angela and Owen if you need help, because
and don't wait till the last minute. Plan in advance.
That's right.
You know,
because it might take them a while to get you approved. If you have insurance, if you have long-term care.
If you're dealing with government, they don't do it overnight.
Right.
Unfortunately,
they want your money right away, but they lollygag. So, right?
Yes.
So, be prepared.
Yeah.
You know, like the Boy Scouts used to say, and I wasn't a Boy Scout, but be prepared. You have to be prepared. That's when sometimes you almost have to think, what if? Do the what if. What if I fell? What if,
I mean, like happened? My friend at the hospital, me being with her for the past 2 days.
2 days.
You know, her husband's out of the country. Her daughter lives on the other part of the country. Her son was traveling, you know, and her greatest fear was something would happen to her and nobody would be there. You know, so I spent the day at the hospital. It was fine because, you know, I was grateful to be there. But, you know, it could have been the situation where it could have been a long-term thing that she needed somebody there for a long time.
That's right.
And now she's about to go home and, you know, and they're still not available to her. And she's saying she doesn't want anybody to come in. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I might want to call Angela and Owen because, you know, she needs to have that time to recover.
She does.
Because she's had major surgery and she's telling her friends and coworkers, you know, she doesn't want them there, but because they probably would well, you know, they would probably be bugging her about other things for work related and they don't have the expertise of knowing how to work with somebody. They don't just need she doesn't just need somebody to be in the house.
Yeah.
She may need somebody who can actually do something to help her.
Like make her a bowl of soup.
Or to make sure that she's taking her meds at the right time.
That's right.
Making sure that,
rest.
that she's resting, and if she needs wound care, that they can make sure that the things that need to happen.
That's right.
So I'm going to ask her
maybe
tomorrow.
Someone running to the store to pick up her prescriptions or something like that.
Right.
I'm going to talk to her tomorrow.
Somebody has to monitor her, you know, while she's
Make
asleep.
sure she's,
Monitor her, because sometimes when you come home from the hospital, this happened to me a long time ago when I had surgery, it'll be Saturday, exactly. I don't know how many, 1994, so do the math, 23 years ago? Yeah, long time ago, and I had some major surgery. I had a tumor on an ovary, and they thought it was cancerous. And I said to my GYN, my gynecologist, I said, I know it's benign. He says, well, how do you know, Marilyn? Because I hurt too much. I'm in too much pain. And it was benign, but it was the size of an orange.
Wow.
So then he said, what are you doing tomorrow? And I said, I'm working. He says, no, you're not. You're having this out tomorrow. So within 24 hours, I had this tumor taken out. And I had an abdominal incision. It's not easy. And they'd say, oh, you need to sit up for 15 minutes. And I said, oh, I can do that. No, I can't. I couldn't do it. I said, come back in 15 minutes. When you have something major like that, friends,
that's true.
You can't do what you think you can do because it's not there right now. You have to work at it. You have to give yourself rest. I've been there. I know what it's like.
I was bedridden after my stem cell transplant at home for months. And because I was having transfusions, I was having, just a lot of health issues, pneumonia, blood clots. And my husband was calling on everybody he could think of to come, and sometimes just to come and go with me to the doctor's appointment or stay with me at the doctor's appointment, but I remember the days of just lying there and just thinking, how long am I going to have to lay here?
This is boring. I'd rather be trying to get up, but I can't move.
Having my own little pity party. But I'm grateful that I'm here.
I'm grateful she's here too.
I'm grateful that he was a caring person who was willing to care for me. But he called on a friend who was a nurse and said, can you come and stay with my wife? And you know, that part is always helpful because he had to work full time,
Right.
you know, and my kids were away in college.
Right.
So
if you need help, if somebody you know needs help, if a loved one needs help,
ask for help.
ask for help. Call Angela and Owen. And I'm going to give you the address again. It is 7362 Bell Creek Road, Mechanicsville, Virginia, 23111. It is just off of 295. It's not that far. It's off of 360. It is, they have an office in a strip mall. It's the Hanover
Square.
Square. Hanover Square. And there's a lot of strip malls up there, so you got to read the signs. Because on Bells Creek Road, that road has just popped.
And then just call them. They'll tell you exactly how to get to them.
So, yeah, so
You
give
can
them
find
a
them
call.
on Facebook. All Nurses Care.
And the number is 804-559-0322. So just give them a call. They'll be there to help you. They're caring. They're loving. They have a lot of people that will work for them in the They've got them all over. I didn't realize you had them all over. And they're a 50-mile radius, probably a little bit beyond that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maybe 60, 70-mile radius.
Yeah, probably 100. You know.
100?
Yeah, probably 100.
Yeah. They are their own business. It's not a franchise or anything. They run their own. You run their own business, right? So you don't have a franchise. They're caring. allnursescareinc.com. Very important. Start thinking about taking care of yourself. I started taking care of myself today. I went to see Aubrey Eicher. I'm back on the bandwagon, friends. I am getting my core strengthened. That's my goal.
Okay.
Getting my core strengthened. And I'm going to do it, Joes. I'm going to do it.
That's right.
If it's nice tomorrow, I'm a fair weather person, so I don't like to go out.
It's supposed
if
to
it's
be upper 70s
Good.
tomorrow.
I can go for a walk tomorrow.
Walk
I'll
early.
put my stop. Walk early.
Walk early. Get the fresh air early in the morning before
I'd
the
like to, but I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
You know, that's,
I'll walk early for you.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you should
I'll
call
walk early,
me.
you walk late.
Maybe you should call me and we can do it on FaceTime or something.
Okay. I can FaceTime you while I'm walking.
Okay, that would be good. I want to thank both of you for coming tonight.
Thank you for having us.
It's been enlightening. Give them a call. I can't stress enough how caring these people are. They're very caring. They're loving. You've got a lot of loving people that work for you. They know what they're talking about, and it's so important to remember, if you need help, give them a call.
Is there anything that you would like to say before we
we've
close
got
out?
a couple more minutes?
I'd like to point it out that sometimes folks think that, someone may think that because he or she may live out of state, like you suggested early on, that they think that I need to put mom in a nursing home. That's not always the case, because we find out that when you get care at home, you live better and longer for most of the people. So,
That's good.
They are resource out there, places such as a home care agency that can help you, that you don't have to give up your friends and family in the community to move to a retirement home or assisted living or so on. Not unless you have to, but you can retire in the comfort of your own home.
And that's what's nice about it. You have choices. And I love choices. Josie loves choices. We all love choices. And it's really important to recognize those choices. You don't have to put mom or dad or your brother or whatever in a home.
Yes.
You know, there are other choices. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much again,
Thank you
Owen
for having
and
us.
Angela,
Thank
You're
you.
for
welcome.
coming.
Thank you.
Please give them a call if you need help and change your life today. And we shall see you soon. Thanks for joining us, friends. And you all, every single one of you, have a wonderful week and change your life today. And above all, be amazing.